intelligence document in the U.S. government.
All right, so the question remains, what exactly did the president know about ISIS? When did he know it? Joining me now, he raised that question on his nationally syndicated radio talk show, the great one, Mark Levin. Mark, you said this yesterday. What did he know? What did they know specifically? When did they know it? We want those briefings, right?
Yes, Sean, and have you noticed nothing really works under this president, from the Secret Service to immigration to the economy? Gee, I wonder why that is. Could it be because he's a radical liberal? I don't know. Now, all that said, Sean, the fact of the matter is the president's briefing book, I am certain, contained an enormous amount of information going way back about the Islamos and the spread of terrorism in the Middle East and what's going on today. He doesn't read his briefing books. He doesn't attend his briefings. And I say enough is enough, and I'm going to tell you why. He's the commander-in-chief. This is his major responsibility, to protect us and to ensure our security. There are thousands of men and women who went to Iraq, who fought, who died, who did not come back. Many did come back with horrific casualties. And we owe it to them as a people to get to the bottom of this. It is my contention that the President of the United States right now is in a full-blown cover-up. That's why he went to his favorite 60 Minutes correspondent, Steve Croft. That's why he blamed his intelligence agencies for this. This has nothing to do with the intelligence agencies. It has to do with the intelligence between his ears. And the fact of the matter is he's not paying attention to his job. He's not attentive to what a president's supposed to be attentive to, because he's so busy revolutionizing our economy and our government and transforming it, he's not doing his job.
But he spent more time playing golf, Mark. Now, this is very interesting. Look, you worked in government. You worked in the Reagan administration. You were Ed Meese's chief of staff. You know how government works. The intelligence community is now fighting back. That tells me they're fed up. And now all these reports have come out that the president was warned in granular detail about everything involving ISIS, and warned specifically about the consequences of pulling out of Iraq too early. So, you know, what at this point can we possibly do, even if you get the information showing that he knew?
I'll tell you exactly what we can do. It is time, once and for all, to find a leader in the United States Congress who will stand up. It's not going to be Boehner, because he won't stand up, but somebody has to stand up, call for a commission, find out, get to the bottom of this while he's still president, not 30 years from now when everybody's looking back and wringing their hands. I want to know, did the President of the United States know about the creation, the development of ISIS and this caliphate? I believe he knew about it for years. I believe he knew about it when he was running for office. He concealed it from the American people. We have all kinds of information to indicate this. I want to know if the President of the United States is ignoring 60% of his intelligence briefings, if he's refusing to read his intelligence briefings.
We know the answer to that. I don't even know.
This isn't some,
We know the answer to that. That's the point. He's not reading it.
Yes, but we want to hold him to it's time to hold him to account. These things show up in newspapers. People issue this stuff. Congress, a couple of congressmen bark, and that's the end of it. And we go on to the next crisis. The country's falling apart. It's unraveling. Everything you look at is a mess. It's time to pin him down on something, and this is life and death. This is war and peace. And by the way, while we're at it, Congress declares war. Will John Boehner and Mitch McConnell draw up a declaration of war, or are we going to continue to allow this president to conduct himself? And let me be very clear, and I don't mean to be provocative about this. He is now fighting a political war. These pinpricks are not stopping ISIS. ISIS is about to conquer Baghdad. It's on the move on the Turkish border. It's more powerful this month than it was last month, despite our bombing raids. Obama has the military on a short leash. Now let's let them off the leash. Let's declare war, and let's defeat them. This is World War III, and we need World War II tactics.
All right. He's never going to do that, in my opinion. I don't think I agree with you. I think this is a show. This is a show war leading up to the election, because the polls have shown that...
Where's the declaration of war?
I agree. It's constitutionally, it's very clear. There have been some people that have called for it, but you're right. The Speaker...
that's not his job.
And the Speaker...
That's Boehner's job.
I agree. All right. Here's where we are. 4,000 Americans died, and he didn't lift a finger as Ramallah and Fallujah and Tikrit and Mosul and all these cities that our American soldiers fought, bled, and died for and lost their limbs for. Here's my question. It's the one-year anniversary of the rollout of health care. Add to that the corruption at the VA, the corruption in Benghazi, the corruption of the IRS. Add to that the illegal immigration, the flood of illegal immigrants crossing our border. Add to that Afghanistan, Russia, Crimea, the Ukraine, Syria, Iran, Iraq. Add to that Israel, Gaza, the South China Sea. You know, is there anything, add to that the economy, is there anything this president, from your perspective, has done well that you can say, good job, sir?
No, there's not a thing he's done well. And here's the problem, Sean. People who support big government, centralized government, liberalism, well, congratulations, you have it. And it's an absolute disaster. And here's what's remarkable to me. He doesn't go back and actually look at something, have some circumspection, say, you know, we're going to fix Obamacare, let's pull back, maybe we bit off more than we can chew. It's full speed ahead, the foot on the gas pedal. Now it's going to be executive imperial fiats for amnesty. He's looking for all these other areas where he can nationalize what shouldn't be nationalized, where he's undermining what shouldn't be undermined. It's just like one thing after another after another. This guy does not want to be president. This guy continues to be that community organizer, or disorganizer, I should be, sitting in the Oval Office, throwing political mud balls in every direction he possibly can. Have you noticed when he's happiest? He's happiest when he's campaigning, trashing Republicans, trashing conservatives, trashing capitalism, trashing the Constitution. That's right. He's never really happy doing the job he's supposed to do.
All right. The great one, Mark Levin, on stations all across the country. Thanks, sir.